All right, welcome to another episode or whatever of my FX Buddies, the podcast. And I say podcast because I there's also a blog which is at myfxbuddies.blogspot.com, and there's a video of of this, right? There's a video of, like, I'm going to say, look here, see this? Look at this. That is at Spotify.com. Spotify.com. My FX Buddies also. And RSS.com does there's a podcast on RSS.com. It's also my FX Buddies, and they display a transcript. So you can read the words because you know how I speak. Okay, so it's been a long time because the news has been boring. It's very good. Everything's good, but it's been boring. But I think it's been like 10 days since since the last one. And I'm laughing because one of those, maybe it's RSS, I don't know. One of the sites says your listeners are wondering where you are. It's been this many days since you did a post or a podcast or whatever. So I'm like, ugh. But I don't want to be boring, right? But I'll just try to catch you up. And yeah, okay. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I oh, fair use disclaimer. Anything that I talk about or display is for discussion, sharing, commenting. Yeah, so fair use disclaimer for the YouTube. All right, so let me just tell you. Okay, so the title of this is, oh, that's right, it's Monday. It is. Let me do that. It's Monday, September 4th, 2023. I hope you had a happy Labor Day day if you're here in America. And I hope you had a wonderful weekend if you are anywhere else in the world. Okay, so Iraqi Foreign Minister says, I do not think that al-Sudani will meet with Biden. So that's the title, and we'll get into the article later because it's further down. But I have this here. So sometimes I post pictures, but it's really getting hard. They're really making it hard, difficult, I should say, to copy and paste some things. But this blog here, sometimes, I don't know. I don't understand the code and all of that. But I know sometimes if I'm having trouble posting an image or an article, I can post it here on this blog and it displays, and then I can put it where I really want it. But there's a lot in the news about the upcoming election, which is supposed to be December 18th. But I don't know if they're gonna have it. But anyway, so Maliki just thinks he has it on lock, right? He's like, I'm gonna get the most votes. Well, him and his it's a parliamentary style democracy, right? So he gets voted, but then he has to get a group that are gonna support him and make him prime minister, right? But so this picture, and it's Maliki on the right and George W. on the left, and they're laughing. I think they're shaking hands too. But yeah, so that picture was going around social media, and they have all these memes. Oh, there's balloons. I forgot. I'll take those balloons out. Oh, and the Bible one. I'll take the Bible one out too. Anyway, so um, there's lots of memes and stuff going around in social media, and surprisingly, there's not that many articles about him. It's just a lot of social media and TV where they're, saying all the nonsense that he's saying. But yeah, but he's really, they're trying to arrest Kazemi. There's another article out today, Monday, saying some parliamentarian is like, oh, we really have the stuff now to arrest him. There's 3 files showing he was corrupt. And maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but I'm sure he was not more corrupt than Maliki, right? But Maliki's trying to wipe out everyone who could run against him. But anyway, so all that's going on, tons of other people being arrested, small people, right? There was this one article where this guy was talking big trash. Yeah, we're going to get whales, the whales of corruption. I don't see it. And it's been way past the time. It's probably 2 weeks now since he said that. But there has been a lot of arrests, uncovering of a lot of corruption. So Sudani, the government, they are making way with corruption. Let me see, what else can I just talk about? Okay, so let's see. I like this article, and these are old. I don't even have the dates here. But including relations with the countries of the world. A package of files on the table of the coordination framework meeting. All right, yeah, so here, this is the framework. I think, let's see, can I make it? Yeah, so this is Maliki, this is Amiri, this is, oh, this is the guy I don't like. His name isn't coming to me right now, though. Here's Sudani, here's Abadi, right? Remember Abadi? And this is Kazali. His name is Kazali. Man, it's really bothering me that I can't think of his name. And this is Amiri. So he's trying to take this person out so he can't run, this person out so he can't run, this person out so he can't run, and this person is not trying to run. And most of them are Iranian backed. Anyway, I'm gonna get over that. I can't. What is his name? Oh, Mandalawi's in there too. But anyway, yeah, so they had a meeting just to talk about, hey, all these international countries want to come here. What can we do? The leaders of the framework renewed their affirmation and support for the government's efforts to make the local elections file and the mechanisms for their implementation a success. Oh, sorry. Here it is up here. The, the meeting discussed bilateral relations with the rest of the world and the government's interest in external openness and its pivotal role in the regional and international dimensions. So that was good. This was a good article. So I guess they have a new ambassador because this guy does not look like the guy I'm used to seeing. But I thought this article was interesting. It says Canada is preparing to change its relationship with Iraq. They're going to stop donating and granting, and they want to be more of a partner. See, they're going to go from the country's relationship with Iraq must change from being a donor and another awaiting support to a relationship of partnership and mutual benefit. So what's happening that their relationship has to change? What's happening that they feel they can be partners, right? Business. So, yeah, so we're just waiting. I'm waiting to see what that change is, but I thought that was very interesting. This article here, the relationship of the exchange rate with the power of the economy. So it's saying if we don't change our economy, then we're not going to be able to change the rate. And vice versa, but they're still working on that. Still here. Oh, so another thing that's going on. See how it says travelers and it begins next Sunday. So this did begin. There's they were expecting over 5 million people to come. The last article that I saw said they had about 3.5 million people were there for it's a holiday, but sorry about that. But it's like 10 to 12 days long because they come from other countries and they start at this point and they walk from that point to the shrine at the end of the line. Hey, look at that, it rhymes. But anyway, so yeah, so while they're there, they have to eat and drink and sleep and wash their clothes and stuff, but they get a lot of that free. The people of Iraq and the merchants of Iraq line this street, this pathway that the people walk along, and they give them stuff. So, yeah, that is happening, and it ends the 6th or the 7th, depending on if they're Shiite, Sunni, Shia, whatever. So it's going to continue to be quiet. News-wise, I feel it's going to continue to be quiet until that holiday's over, right? Okay, so if something good comes out, then I'll do another post. But I mean, I don't like to waste your time or my time, right? By just talking about nothing. So this is interesting. They're still talking about this Treasury single account project, which still hasn't been done because they're probably still waiting for the rate to change. But they're still talking about it, so that's good. This is crazy. They're still going back and forth about the oil and gas law. But one article said, oh, there's 7 points keeping them from agreeing on the oil and gas law. And then, like 3 days later, another one, oh, there's 5 points keeping them from agreeing on the oil and gas law. So that is still in play. How's my time? Okay. No solutions there, right? Let's see. Simplifying central procedures contributes. Okay, so this is a Parliamentary Finance Committee guy. And he was like, the procedures to buy dollars are too, I don't want to say difficult, but red tape, right? They have to go through the Treasury, through the Federal Reserve. They have to fill out all these papers, very detailed information, and they don't want to do it. So he's saying, hey, if you simplify these, then we'll have more dollars available. The demand for the dollars won't be so high, and then the parallel / black market rate won't be higher than the official rate, which is still 13.10, even though we know it's probably 11.32. We just can't get that in writing. At least I can't get that in writing. They tell the people that it seems to be well known amongst the citizens, but they're not going to let me see an article like that. I wish they would, but they won't. But so, we just have to go with what's in writing. So what is this? They're still going back and forth about the money, how much Baghdad needs to pay Kurdistan. Then there was just an article, I think like 2 or 3 days ago, where they were like, we're just freezing your money. Okay. You're not happy with what we're sending you. So we're just going to freeze it. So I'm like, how does that help anything? If anything, that just goes to show why the Kurds didn't want to give up their independence, right? So, but Apparently, they did let some money go through because they started paying the retirees, and it's going to be a gradual payment. But their retirees is like our, what is it when you pay Social Security, but the kind that you retired to get, not the kind that you're sick and you get. So they kind of have to pay those, right? So, that's a mess, but not really, right? Because it can be resolved quickly. Um, Lots of meetings with the International Trade, International Center for Finance Trade, which is part of the World Bank. There was lots of meetings, Aliyah Locke, and it's just, more meetings. Great. You're having all these meetings and everything's good, but we're still waiting for the rate to change, right? Let me see. That was a different article. Same situation, just a different article. Okay. Oh, well, the BRICS, boy, they kind of fizzled, right? But so there's lots of articles. Um, Iraq seems to be following what's going on with the BRICS because we are not going to let them in. Um, I know that sounds crazy, but we pretty much control Iraq. China has told the world. Who else has told the world? Lebanon has said, well, Iraq can't do anything without America's approval. China has said that. Even now, the parliamentarians are saying, there was one that said we're like we're under the tutelage of America, right? But yeah, so this was one of the BRICS articles. Oh wow, look at that. Why is this big like that? Well, whatever, I can fix that. I will fix that. Because if you're gonna look at the blog on a mobile phone, it's not gonna fit right. Okay, so this was the finance minister met with the World Bank. Great, wonderful, right? Good conversation. But here we are, we're still waiting. There they are. There's the delegation. Well, just some of them. I'm sure there was more. And there's the Minister of Finance. Okay. Yeah, that was an official. See how it says her media office? So that was an official letter. Here, the World Bank confirmed its readiness to cooperate in implementing all economic projects in Iraq. Again, that's great. We love to hear that. But here we are, we're still waiting, right? Okay, so here's the article. Iraqi Foreign Minister says, I do not think that al-Sudani will meet with Biden, but he will head the delegation in New York. And you're like, well, New York? Why would he go to New York? For this right here, United Nations General Assembly, which they also call UNGA, UNGA. So Fuad Hussein is the uh, foreign minister. He usually goes. He'll probably go. So yeah, so it's the 78th. So I got this off probably Google. I know. I still use Google. Um, Shame on me, but but when I have my new computer with the VPN and all of that, I won't use Google. All right, let's see. So it's going to start tomorrow, but the it says the high level general debate will be on the 19th of September. So Sudani could come to America anytime between tomorrow and the 19th or 20th of this month. And wouldn't it be lovely if he came like on the 19th and they had already RV'd their currency? So then he could stand up there and give a speech about their future, not, well, is what he's going to talk about. He's going to talk about the future of Iraq. But if they RV their currency, the speech would be very different, right? So, we may not see anything until that happens. But You know, my favorite days of this month are, I think, the 13th, 14th, and 15th, because it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it's the middle of the month. And I think Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are the best times because that's when all the banks around the world are open. All right. They're called International Banking Days. So here are some articles. I'm probably not going to copy and paste them, but just listen to the titles, especially if you hold Vietnamese Dong. Vietnam Prime Minister meets with IMF Managing Director in Indonesia. And I think there's a meeting there in Indonesia, right? Um, Not like a G20, but some other meeting there. Um, Vietnam and Indonesia, comprehensive strategic partnership. Here's another one. Vietnam Central Bank Governor earns A plus in Global Finance Report. And then Jokowi, I he is something for Indonesia. I don't think he's the president or whatever their top. Oh, maybe that is. Wajojo's his first name, right? And his last name's Jokowi. I think that is him. Okay. So he welcomes the World Bank and IMF leaders at the palace. So isn't that interesting? You have Vietnam and Indonesia talking and meeting with the IMF right around the time we're expecting their currencies to change. I think that's very interesting. So if you want to, you could go to the blog and just click on, these will be live links, and you could click on those and read those if you like. Okay, so this guy right here, Tabak Chali, I don't know if that's how you say his name, that's how I say it. Banks to fuel the Iraqi market's next phase. Well, guess what was the worst performing sector in the last quarter in Iraq's market? The banks. And this guy's really smart. Look, I'm not even putting his, let me show you. Let me show you something. Here is just a part of the report. But it says banks to fuel fuel the market's next phase. Okay, so we're scrolling down. We're scrolling. He's got charts. But that seems to be blacked out. I don't know why that's blacked out, but it is. And this is normally free. You don't have to pay for it. Here's a graph. This is all in English, so if anyone does want to. But there was one. But look here. Click here to download the full report. So, and we're still scrolling. Okay, so here we are at the end. But there was one paragraph that I did read. But maybe I did open up the PDF, so it could have been on that part. But anyway, so why would he be expecting, what would be different from the next quarter for the banks, right? If they were the worst performing sector, what would be different? I don't know. Maybe the people will have a reason to start trusting the bank and bring their money in. That's what I would like. All right, so let's see. I think that's it. What is this? Oh, this was big news, although I don't know why. Visa's been over there forever, but they decided to have a financial inclusion couple of days and to raise awareness of the importance of digital payments. So brainwashing. They want to brainwash them that, hey, you need to be using these digital payments instead of cash. Contactless payment solutions, right? They met with the central bank, and of course, the central bank just agrees, right? So yeah, it was a pretty long article, but we count on education and development for moving forward. We urge all our merchants and consumers to help build this cashless system. No, thank you. But yeah, there you go. Oh, look at that. That's not formatted correctly. Well, citizens complain about impossible conditions set by banks to obtain dollars. So I always like that. I always like when the citizens are complaining. Um, and this guy, he has sick family and he needs to travel. Then while he's gone, he needs to get cash, right? Dollars because he traveled to wherever the sick, I think the person has a kidney problem or a liver problem. Um, so yeah, so he talked about how it's you can only get $3,000 a day, plus you have to jump through all these hoops to get it. So it's just easier. I'll just go to the parallel market, right? And so clearly that's a wealthier citizen, right? They have money to travel, money to get dollars above the 1320, but even with that, it's still frustrating. And then, most people want to be good people, right? Most people want to follow the legal way, but, you know, you also want to take care of your family, right? So this was interesting. After breaking the local collar, what is the new economic vision for Iraq? And then there's a map here of, well, of course it's in Arabic, but all of this is where the money's going. So they are tracking and tracing the money and then it goes out. But I think that's Asia over there. I think this is Iraq here. I don't know. But isn't that Egypt over there? Anyway, that's not part of the but but so they're like, okay, we got the local situation locked down. Now let's expand, right? That's how I read that. And so I thought that was interesting. Also, there was an article, I don't have it on here. I tried to go back and find it, but it was so long ago. Let me see. Oh yeah, yeah. Where they say the new CBI, the new central bank. So it's like new central bank. What? You're not even getting this one's not even getting it right. How are you gonna come with the um new one? But it because that's a new Iraq is what they're the theme of a new Iraq. So this was my first time seeing in writing the new central bank. So that seems to be forward progress, right? Um, but yeah, so okay, and I think this will be the last article. Yes. So this was the title. That looks blurry to me. Um, Washington's position on al-Sudani and what it plans to do. So they're going to support him. He has his program. It says we're working effectively. We're working together effectively, right? But at the end of this, they recently had joint security. Oh, they did. Okay, I'm gonna finish this and then we'll wrap up with the security stuff. Okay. Um, they had security meetings, other kinds of meetings here and in Washington, right? So they're really doing something. They're trying to work out something. Of course, they're not telling us the truth, right? Okay, what time is it? All right. Oh, okay, just bear with me. I'll be maybe 3 minutes more. But I've been away a long time, right? Okay. Okay. So, here, look at they have Boeing aircrafts and they have more on the way, right? Um, here's branches of well-known American companies that are in Iraq, which they're going to have more come. Ashley Furniture. What? Ashley Furniture is in Iraq? Skechers, Pinkberry, Cold Stone Creamery, Burger King. I knew Burger King was there. Hardee's, Cinnabon, KFC, and Pizza Hut. And they're given positive response we are witnessing in these and other establishments. We are excited to work to attract more American companies to do business in Iraq. And how can they do that? By changing their rate and by passing the laws that protect the investors, foreign and domestic, right? Okay, so that's that. Okay, now what's going on with, they were moving soldiers and equipment and stuff, right? I don't know, the ammunition, jeeps, and the citizens could see all of this taking place, and they were filming it and putting it up on social media and asking, what's going on. They put these machines on top of buildings. They hadn't been there before, and then they're magically back. But they're machines, they look like rifle barrels, and they have 6 to 8 of them on like a rectangular thing. So it looks like they can be remotely controlled and shoot lots of bullets, possibly missile rockets. I don't know. But so the civilians were like, hey, the citizens were like, what's going on? Why are you putting these things back up on the buildings, after they've been gone for so long? And so then something did happen. There was a little skirmish at the Syria and Kurdish, I think, border. So yeah, so something happened, which isn't good because then that makes it look like someone wasn't telling the truth. But then the parliamentarians can be like, we're trying to get these forces out of here. Vote for us and we'll get the American forces out of here, right? So that's happening, but I don't see that being a holdup, but it's just something to keep in the background. And like I said, ISIS is creeping more into the news. So that that has me a little worried because it was ISIS that made them halt for 5 years. From 2014 to 2019, it was ISIS that made them halt the whole process. So I don't like seeing that ISIS is coming back, right? But yeah, so everything is good. Really, we're in good. Oh, let's go check the rates right quick. You can see still same thing. 1283. Let me see. Can I refresh that? Oh, wait. Let's go here. USD IQD 1283, 1338. Let's check the Google. 1310. And let's check the CBI. Oh, the Google was 1310, right? And so there it is on the CBI, it's still 1310. So no rate change that we can see, right? That we can see. Yep, 1310. But everything's good though. It's just boring. It's boring news, but it's all good. Meetings, same back and forth. We're gonna handle the parallel rate, but they still haven't. So, accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate. Don't miss any meals and pay all your bills, right? And if you're hearing this and you are someone who gave me a birthday present or a well-wishing and I didn't respond, it was because I don't know how to reach you. But I had such a wonderful birthday and I feel so appreciated and loved by everyone. And I just thank you. And let's hang in here. I really hope it's this month, but I will be here until it happens. And I hope you will too. And that's why I do this, to help you recognize this is going to happen, but at the same time, you need to live your life until it does. Don't hang every day on, oh, it might happen tomorrow. Live your life. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you.